So in this session we will look into a secret mantra or secret of how to sleep without actually sleeping. First, let's try to understand the question itself. How does one sleep without actually sleeping? What does it mean? The actual day-to-day sleep that we encounter is something which is not of conscious nature, which means you don't know what is happening while you sleep for those 6 to 8 hours, right? And the nature of sleep that we intend to explain here is something you sleep, which means you take rest, but at the same time you are also conscious of it. And at the end of it, you don't feel any tiredness caused because of deprivation of sleep, which means you feel totally comfortable that you have slept absolutely 100%, and at the same time you are conscious of what was happening during those 5 hours and continue that process. So what happens is, like, you can think more consciously, which means you are working in those 6 hours and still you are letting your body to take completely rest. Isn't that an intelligent way of living? Would you be interested to do that? And it's a secret that is given by Saint Thiruvalluvar himself. It's totally open. It's verse number 2037. Anybody can look into it, but the problem is you will have to understand what he has explained. I will give the secret explanation now. Thiruvalluvar, in order to get this happening, is giving a prerequisite that you come with this prerequisite, I will enable you to the state. What is that prerequisite? To have absolute control over attachment first. Attachment means you are longing to get yourself dependent on something, right? Maybe at this point not, but maybe in those 4 to 5 hours, at any instant you should not be really, very really attached to something. That means your mind is not craving to something else, like you wanted to go for an entertainment or your bodily pleasures. And also, do not be craving for something through the 5 senses. So these are the first prerequisites that he keeps, and he is telling that you come with this state and then I will be able to explain you further. So you shouldn't be able to crave for something to see with your eyes. You shouldn't be craving something for touch. You shouldn't be craving to listen something. You shouldn't be craving to smell something. So all these cravings absolutely stopped. And how do we do that? We have a specific yogic technique to come to that state, which is explained in other videos. But this is the prerequisite. Okay? And if you come in this state, the technique that now he proposes is absolute. Now he explains that in this state, if you are able to breathe through Sushumna, right? So there are actually 3 sides of pranic control if one may want to deep dive into this technique. One is the Ida, one is Pingala, and one is the Sushumna. Sushumna is the 3rd layer of breath, and one cannot come to it naturally. It is, in order to breathe through Sushumna, you actually have to have yourself control. I mean, you will have to succeed yourself from Ida and Pingala, which is the right and the left nostril, which means at any instant while you breathe, you will have a dominance to either your left breath or to your right breath. So what he says is this domination should not be there. It has to be in equilibrium. And not only that, and then there is a third level of breathing which is he calls Sushumna, and again there is a specific methodology to have your domination towards Sushumna. And if you are able to breathe through Sushumna, having this prerequisite, you will be able to have a beautiful sleep, conscious, and yet think consciously at that point, and still your body will be able to take rest. And I personally tried this for at least 2 days, and I saw that this is working absolutely. And the moment I saw this truth, and I just came out of it personally, because I have other responsibilities that I have to through myself, so I just come back. But this is working absolutely. This is working absolutely. If you want more of this, please try to follow up, or please contact us to get this particular technique. So let's be aware. Let's be aware of ourselves, and let's be in this state of self-control, and also acquire the domination over breathing through Sushumna, and acquire this techniques by ourselves and be free in this beautiful world.